I want to turn to Will Ripley, who is live in North Korea for us. Will, are you learning any more about this apparent missile test that we have been told failed?
No confirmation on the ground here in Pyongyang, Anna, at this point, and frankly, we may not hear anything about it. North Korea often announces successful missile tests on their state media in a very celebratory tone. If the missile test is a failure, North Koreans will likely never hear about it. North Korea doesn't routinely report their military operations unless there is a propaganda benefit for it, and in this case, given the fact that this launch was reportedly a failure just one day after North Korea's most important holiday, it's not something that they would want to draw attention to. A lot of people were expecting a nuclear test on Saturday because the satellite imagery has shown that the Punggye-ri nuclear test site is primed and ready. This is according to the think tank 38 North, intelligence officials with the U.S. and South Korea, and people possibly thought that in the lead up to this major holiday, Kim Jong-un might push the button on that nuclear test. He did not do that, but what he did was to show force by parading more missiles in a North Korean military parade than we've ever seen before. These, according to analysts, are most likely mock-ups, but that doesn't mean that North Korea doesn't possess actual versions of these missiles, analysts say. Mock-ups are often used in military parades in countries around the world purely for safety reasons. You wouldn't want to have an actual, nuclear warhead sitting in close proximity to your nation's leader and hundreds of thousands of onlookers. People who might, dismiss these as, cardboard or, fake missiles would not be giving the North Koreans credit for the progress, the really rapid, frantic progress that they've made in developing their missile systems and nuclear program over the last few years. And even if this launch this morning, if it is confirmed to be a failure, and we may not know what kind of missile they were attempting to launch, even these failures, Anna, give the North Koreans valuable intelligence that they use, and they have shown under Kim Jong-un that they will keep trying. He's launched more missiles over the last few years of his rule. He's been now in power for 5 years, launched more missiles than his father and his grandfather combined. He's ordered 3 nuclear tests out of the country's 5 that they've conducted over the last decade, and indications are really the next nuclear test could come at any moment. So they're all in, pushing forward, and I can tell you that a failure like this would not deter them from continuing these provocative acts. And to show that they launched the missile, in spite of the fact that the USS Carl Vinson Carrier Strike Group is off the Korean Peninsula, it clearly shows that these attempts by the U.S. to show force and deter Kim Jong-un from doing this may not be working. In fact, North Korean officials told me that there was a special forces operation just last week, commandos jumping out of airplanes, and for the first time, we were told that was in direct response to tweets from President Trump about North Korea.